I told ya. 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 I f***ing told ya, bro. When are you gonna start listening to Eastwood, man? I've been telling you for years to listen to me.
Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros.
Perfect. Give me my hat.
Run it back, Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Run It Back Nation. What is good? It is your boy DJ Eastwood. Run It Back Philly. No frauds, no fanboys, no intros. Algo Gang. We got to get back on the Algo Gang thing, man. I need you guys to hit the like button. Give me 500 likes on the video. The videos haven't been being pushed through the algorithm because y'all not hitting the like button. That's literally what makes it happen. I know it shouldn't be that way, but it is that way. So please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your notification bell on, put something in the comments. Doesn't matter what it is. It's all for the algo. Listen, and to get back in the algorithm, what better than a new freaking James Harden report, okay? So I want to let you guys know, first of all, this is not a report. This is Rachel Nichols giving her opinion on a sports talk show. The show with Skip Bayless. What the hell's it called? I don't know. I don't watch TV anyway. Nobody watches TV. That's why this is the way that it is. Let me explain to you what's happening here. This is the new age of reporting, okay? These television companies, networks, are not making these TV programs because they think somebody's actually going to sit down and listen to Skip Bayless, Rachel Nichols, and somebody else for a half hour or an hour or whatever it is. They're not stupid. They have marketing departments. They're years ahead of what's happening right now, or they try to be. They're now making these television shows to try to get as many 6-minute clips or 1-minute videos to put on TikTok and Instagram to get the most shares, likes, views possible all over the internet for the ad revenue, just like the rest of us. ESPN, FS1, all these, they're probably making more money on ad revenue on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and wherever else than they are on live TV. So reporting is done. I see people say, what happened to real reporting? It's dead. There's no TV. There's no newspaper, bro. Everybody's just out to get a click to get the ad money. That is what's happening. So now we're in an era where people say things on shows just to try to get viral clips. Do you ever see the Carlton show or something on FS1? Who is this guy? I don't know who it is, but he always says something absolutely asinine just to get 10,000 shares on Instagram and Twitter. He'll say some shit like, Tom Brady's not even on my top 10 list of quarterbacks of all time. You don't have to make a good report anymore. You have to make something that's going to get a lot of interaction because that pushes it through the algorithm. Now let me continue, now that I explained it to you guys, all right? I just explained to my 8-year-old son a couple of weeks ago that when I was growing up, you couldn't talk to the remote, and his brain exploded. He was like, how do you watch TV then? It's a different time. Everything's changing. Reporting is not reporting anymore. So when a company like, or when a page like NBA Central or Clutch Points posts a report and it's just Rachel Nichols saying something, that's literally what it is, Rachel Nichols saying something. We're at a point where somebody with any notoriety could go outside and say, you know, I think the world is a simulation and we're inside of a snow globe. And it'll be on Twitter like, report, the earth is now a snow globe. And then my friends who don't think past the end of their fucking noses will be like, hey, bro, did you hear the report that the earth is now a snow globe? That's not a fact. Somebody just said it on a TV show. Let me get to the point of the video. Let's watch the clip, and because I do agree with what she's saying. All right, here's what she said.
I don't think it's a trust issue with James Harden, at least not for me personally. It's the fact that he is 34. He's not the player that he used to be.
That's what I've been saying. when the stands come at me on Twitter and they're like, oh yeah, 10-time All-Star and led the league in scoring in 2015, 16, 17, whatever they say. I'm like, bro, I'm not saying James Harden was always trash. I'm saying he's washed now.
And if he can acknowledge that, I think he will continue to have success in the NBA for a while. Key is right.
She said something very well, and I tweeted this last night. She said if he can acknowledge that. Here's what's going on with James Harden. He does still think he's as good as he once was. He does still think he runs the show. That's why there was times last year on the court that were embarrassing, literally embarrassing, because he's still trying to play the game the same way, and he can't do it anymore. He's still trying to ISO and blow by guys. He doesn't have the speed. He gets by him with a big giant elbow, or he does get by him on a nice dribble move, and he doesn't have the elevation at the rim. But he doesn't understand that because he has not accepted it yet. This is my opinion. Put it out there as a report if you want to. When you're so good at something your entire life, and your entire life has been encompassed by that one thing. I don't know if I used that word right. But basically, players like James Harden, all NBA players, anybody that's at the top level of something, they've been doing it their entire lives, ever since he probably picked up a basketball when he was 3 years old. And it's all he's ever thought about, and it's all he's ever thought about improving. Or whatever. Now he claims that he thinks about a wine or, whatever. But what I'm saying is his whole life has been basketball. And his whole life has been being James Harden, the great basketball player. That's how he got to where he is. So when you've been that good at something for so long, it's probably difficult to accept the fact that you are no longer the best. You've been the best your whole life. And now you have to accept that you're no longer the best. That's probably not easy, and I think a lot of players struggle with it, and they become what I call delusional.
Guys want to play with him when he is motivated, when he is into it. And the fact that, yes, as you point out, in Games 6 and 7 of that series against Boston, it's not just that he combined for 22 points over 2 games.
Stans, pay attention, Stans. Rachel Nichols about to hit you with some fact medicine.
10 turnovers. Yeah, but he still thinks of himself as the guy from that Game 1. Or the guy from that Game 4. He thinks he should be leading the show. The reason why he wanted out of Philadelphia in the first place is that it's the Joel Embiid show right now.
Now, I don't know where she got this report. This is an opinion, but she didn't say I think. She said it as a fact, which is not how you report, not honest journalism, but this is just TV now. It's just entertainment. It's not journalism.
It's the Joel Embiid show right now.
She said the reason he wanted out is because it's the Joel Embiid show. I don't actually believe that at all.
First place is that it's the Joel Embiid. The reason why he wanted out of Philadelphia in the first place is that it's the Joel Embiid show right now. And he wants a different role. Yeah. He has to realize if he is going to opt in to a $35.6 million.
And she says a bunch of stuff that's kind of not true or whatever. But the point is, she says the main reason he wants out of Philadelphia is that it's the Joel Embiid show. I just think that's Rachel Nichols' opinion, and I don't agree with that at all, because he wanted out of Brooklyn because Kyrie wasn't playing during COVID and he was out there running around by himself. He didn't have any stars. He didn't have a chance to win. I think he really wanted out of Brooklyn because he didn't have a chance to win. In my opinion, why does James Harden want out of Philadelphia? I think he's just running away. I think he's just running away because he got booed by the fans 2 years in a row, 2 playoffs in a row. He can't handle the pressure of Philadelphia. We don't care who you are. We don't care if you're Michael Jordan in your prime. If you stink it up in the playoffs, we're going to boo you. I don't think he can handle Philadelphia fans the same way Ben Simmons can't handle Philadelphia fans. And I just think he's running away. I think that's what it is. And I think James Harden doesn't know what he wants. You know? He doesn't know what he wants. He has no idea. And now he's blaming Daryl Morey, and he's calling Daryl Morey a liar and all these other things, but I don't think he knows what he wants. If he wants to go to LA, it's not because he wants to be the star of the show. He's not going to be the star of the show in LA. First of all, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and James Harden, let's keep it a bean, are all 3 going to be injured by the time the playoffs start anyway. But let's say in a perfect world, they all remain healthy. He's not the star of the show. He's the point guard. So maybe he is accepting that he's not the star of the show anymore and he wants to take a back seat and be a point guard. I don't think it has anything to do with Joel Embiid. Now, somebody said something, I think it was Sean Bernard, shout out to Sean Bernard, and some other people were saying that it's probably not fun to play with a dominant post player as a player that wants to score the ball. So maybe James Harden is tired of playing with Joel Embiid. I don't know. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I do know because I'm not Rachel Nichols. But I think James Harden doesn't know what he wants. I think he's running away from Philadelphia because he can't handle Philadelphia fans the same way a lot of you can't handle Philadelphia fans. And he wants to go to LA because he'll be a superstar. Oh, James Harden's here. His name will be in lights, at the strip clubs. He'll have what he wants socially, and it'll be easier on the court because he'll have two wing players that are going to have the ball, most of the time. He can have the ball most of the time, but he can feed Paul George. He can feed Kawhi Leonard. I think he probably thinks that'll fit his style better now. So basically, I think he wants to go to LA because it'll be easier and he'll still get treated like a superstar. Whereas in Philly, he's having a tough time because he was relied on in the playoffs. He stunk it up, and Philadelphia fans don't care. We hate you if you suck. It's a lot easier in LA. Nobody gives a shit about basketball in LA. Lakers fans care, but most Lakers fans are in Colorado and Maine and Texas. It's like the Cowboys. Most of their fans aren't even in damn Dallas, Texas. You know what I mean? Fair weather shit. New York Yankees, LA Lakers, Dallas Cowboys. Anyway, I had a lot of caffeine this morning. I'm rambling. I don't even know if I stayed on topic. I probably contradicted myself 3 or 4 different times. But hit the like button anyway. NBA season's right around the corner. I can't wait because it's drama-filled and it's fantastic. And I love you all. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, comment, all that stuff. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.